set free. I mean, what's the Lord going to do? You know, like, I just thought life after life over the last years that have been set free from their chains. And Marjorie here is another one just we prayed for. It's just miraculous. So I don't know how to sum it up because we just watched and all as the Lord just worked in her. But let's just kind of describe how you were feeling on the way to the retreat.
I fought all the way to the retreat. I bellyached the whole time. I do not want to go. I don't know any of these people. I know just a couple. I don't want to go. Please, just go without me. And my daughters are going, no, you're going. And then I had people calling me saying, really, you need to go? My friend called Sarah. She was like, come on. So I went, I walked in the door, and I met her, and I was looking to see if Sarah and I was in the same room, and I went, there's my excuse for leaving. Sarah and I are not in the same room. I'm not staying in a room with someone that I don't know. Well, she changed it, so I couldn't leave. I learned later that it was because I was afraid. Or what was within me was afraid. I had a major surgery in 2005, which I had to go on massive pain medication and learn to like how it made me feel, because not only did it cure this pain, but in here, it calmed this in here. And nothing I had ever found could do that. So the more I took, the more it took, and it was just a big battle. And I'd come and I'd get prayed for, and I'd be like, I really want to get rid of this. And I went to my husband and said, look for these signs. If I start doing this, then you know that I'm doing it again. So please just watch for these signs. And you know, in 2005 I weighed 500 pounds. And I have a lot of baggage with that. So people noticed, but we moved here right afterwards, so nobody here really knew me before. So they just know me like this. When I go back to Oklahoma, people, you know, oh wow, you look great. But you know, after this weekend, before I went, my therapist told me, he said, you're not going, you can't go. You're in and out of detox, you can't go, you're not going. And then it was like I went into battle mode. Oh, I gotta go. You know, because she told me I couldn't go, but I wanted to go. So, she had to go out to the car and talk to my daughter so that she knew that I wasn't going alone. And my daughter said, yeah, I'm going, I'll be with her, I'll watch for it. I went back. I had to go Monday to show her that I was okay, that I survived the weekend and everything was okay. Well, she wasn't there when I got there, and I went in and talked to the therapist they assigned me to. And I came out and I saw her and I was like, hi, how are you? And she was like, hi, who are you here to see? And I said, well, Don. And she said, oh, okay. She said, I'll find him. I said, no, we've already went through our thing. And she's like, oh, okay. She said, well, do you know the way out? And I was like, yeah. And I turned around, started to walk away, and all of a sudden she went, oh my gosh, Marjorie? And I turned around and she goes, Marjorie? She said, I didn't even recognize you. She said, you look totally different. And I said, I don't just look different, I am different. And my son last night asked me if I was doing drugs again, because I was playing with the kids and we were praising around the house and dancing, and I have to have surgery on my shoulder and it really hurts, but when I'm praising, for some reason, it don't. So he asked me if I was taking drugs again, and I was like, no. And he says, well, all the signs that you told me to look for are there. And I'm a little concerned because you're watching my children. And then I shared my testimony with him and everything. The night before, I had got to share it with my other son. But then we went to bed, and my husband woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he said, honey, I gotta ask you. He said, are you doing drugs again? And I looked at him and I said, no, but thanks for noticing. You know? And he said, I said, Jack, I said, I want you to understand, this happened. And I explained to him and all that, and I was like, I didn't know what true love was. He tried. My husband would tell me, I love you as Christ loved the church. No matter what you do, I'm not going to leave you. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm here for the long run. time. Jesus, don't leave me or walk out on me when I mess up, and I'm not going to leave you and walk out on you when you mess up. I'm here, so just get used to it. But I couldn't accept that because I didn't know how to love him back, because I didn't know what real love was. But this weekend, he just ministered to me. I think I was laid out for like an hour almost, I don't know. But during that time, there was like a straitjacket or something that was just wrapping me. And I was like, God, I'm calling you. Why aren't you helping me? Just please, I can't breathe. I thought I was dying. And then there was like little things just snapping. And each time something came off, there was like a little light that poked through. And the devils were standing there. I'm not crazy, really, this happened. The devils were standing there, the devil and his little imps or whatever was standing there, and they were laughing and they were mocking me, and I was scared. It was like, God, what you said, you know, I know, I get down on anybody. And just snap, 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 and all of a sudden this massive light came shining through, and they stopped. The devil stopped, and he goes, stop, you can't touch her, he's his, she's his. Yeah. Dress and dancing around with him and just loving me and showing me what true love felt like, and the peace that I've never experienced. I didn't go through the withdrawals, I didn't go through the shakes, I was when I first came up there. I was like, one person talks to me. But I left a different person. And not just a different person, I left the person that he made me from the beginning, and I realized that. And I have never met a more loving group of women. I didn't feel like a stranger there anymore with them. I began to talk to everybody, and they talked back to me, and I told you about weighing that much then, because people noticed, they didn't, you know, it wasn't, but within 1 day, 2 days, this lady noticed a difference in me, and my husband, and my kids, and they thought I was doing drugs. And I looked at my husband last night and I said, honey, I don't ever remember getting high like this. It's never gone away. It hasn't gone away, and it just gets stronger every day. And I listened to these men's testimony this morning and what they were saying, and I was like, yeah, that's what he said, that's what happened, that's it right there. No, just to know that he loves me, you know, and I am worthy, and these are all my sisters, and I couldn't go back to my normal church. I told my husband, I said, I can't go back there knowing what I know. There's nothing wrong with that church, but I can't express myself and feed from him like I need to when I can get here, you know. So he loves me, you know.